Welcome back to another episode of the Real Duo podcast, the most mediocre podcast on the internet. I'm one of your hosts, Wade.
And I'm another host, Devin.
What have you been watching this week, Devin?
I watched this really weird movie called The Piano. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
The Piano? Is this like a horror movie?
No, it should be with that title, but no, it's
The Piano.
It's a very sexual movie, I guess.
Was this just a porno you watched?
No, it came out in 1993. I gotta see who the lead actress was. It's got the Alan Grant himself in it.
Okay.
What's his name? I forget his name.
Oh, Sam Neill.
Yeah, Sam Neill. Holly Hunter is the main chick. And where's the other guy? I don't know.
I've never heard of this movie.
I hadn't either, but I watched it in my film class. It was really uncomfortable to watch.
Like, what is it?
It's a movie. It's set in the 1800s, 1900s, and there's this girl, and she can't speak. I don't know why. It's never explained. She doesn't speak throughout the whole film. The only way she can speak is like through her piano or whatever, right? Anyways, so she got sold off to Sam Neill. Sam Neill is her husband, but she didn't choose him to be her husband. She got sold into it. So, and she has a little girl. I forgot to mention that. She has a little girl. It's not Sam Neill's kid. It's just her kid from a past life, I guess. Anyways, when she got there, she brought her piano with her, and they arrived on a beach, and it was like 20 miles from where they live. And Sam Neill was like, "Nah, fuck that noise. That piano's too heavy. We ain't taking it." And she's like, and she can't speak. She's like freaking out, like, "Take the piano, take the piano. I can't live without the piano," type thing. And they leave, and she's all pissed at the house. She's like, "I want my piano," and blah blah blah. And then she finds this Indian dude. I guess it's a Native American, not Indian. Got to be politically correct.
I know what you meant. It's the same thing.
It found a Native American guy, and she's like, "Can you take me back to my piano?" And he's like, "Sure." So he takes her back.
How the fuck does he know where the piano is?
Because he went with Sam Neill.
Magic piano?
No, he went with Sam Neill to go get her. Because Sam Neill doesn't know the terrain either. Because it's like the 1800s. The British just got there type thing. So, anyways, the Native American took her back. And then they actually took the piano with her to go back. But the Native American was like, "I could take the piano, but I'm keeping it. It's mine. It's not yours if we take it back." She's all pissed about it. He's like, "You can come play, but it's my piano. It's staying at my house." And then this is where it gets all sexual. So like,
he has sex with the piano?
No, he's like, "You can only play it if you do stuff with me in certain things."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it gets really weird and uncomfortable.
So this is just a porn then?
No,
because I hate movies that always do that, where it's just like clearly whoever wrote it is just like, "I want to write as many of my fetishes into this movie as possible."
Anyways, the Native American is obviously not her husband, so she's like trying to hide it, but she really wants to play her piano because like that's her voice or whatever. And then the husband finds out, like he's like peeping in the house and he sees him having sex. Sam Neill does, and Sam Neill tries to rape her in the woods after that because he's like, "Oh, if he's getting a piece of ass, I better." So he's like, because they hadn't had sex yet, because she doesn't want to have sex with Sam Neill either. So he tries to rape her in the woods, and then he boards her up in the house. He's like, "You can't leave the house. You're not allowed to go see him anymore. Can't leave." And she's like, "Shit." So she like carves a thing into a piece of wood, and she's like, she gives it to her daughter. She's like, "Go give this to the Native American dude." And the daughter's like, "But Dad said we're not supposed to do that." And she's like, "Go, you little faggot." So,
wow. Okay. She didn't say that, did she?
No, she can't say anything. She's sign languaging it. Anyways,
did she sign language faggot?
No, I wish that would have been awesome. But the little girl, she turns out she's this little bitch. She goes straight to the dad and is like, "Dad, Mom wanted me to give this to the Native American. And the dad's like, and Sam Neill's like, oh, hell no. So he goes back to the house and he drags her out and he chops her finger off with an axe. Now she can't play the piano no more. She ain't got no finger.
Is that how the movie ends?
No, it ends with the Native American marries the chick and they run away, basically.
Who showed you this movie?
It was in my film class.
So your teacher did? So he needs to be fired.
It's a she.
She needs to be fired because that sounds awful.
It wasn't bad. It was really uncomfortable though.
That sounds terrible. That movie. The way you describe, I don't know if it's just the way you described it, but that sounds fucking terrible.
It may have been. There's a lot of.
Sounds so strange.
There's a lot of film aspects to it, I guess. That's the point of it.
I've never heard of this fucking movie.
And then I watched Her.
Yeah, you did watch Her.
Yeah, I watched that Wednesday.
Great film.
My film. It is. It's good. It's
Great
still
movie.
that movie also makes me uncomfortable, but it's good.
It's supposed to.
Especially watching it with a class. It's even.
Well, yeah, that's gotta probably be awkward.
And then I watched The Joker, but those are the only things.
And yeah. I also watched The Joker, which we'll talk about in a separate video after this one. We're gonna start doing solo reviews on a separate thing, not on the podcast, just to kind of shorten up the podcast a little bit so it's not super long. I also watched. What?
I was gonna say the podcast is for news. That's what we're gonna use it for.
Fucking interrupt me again.
Sorry.
I also watched Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, the only one that matters.
There's two of them. Though.
There's three of them.
There's three. Oh, there's
a prequel, and then there's Dumb and Dumber and Dumb and Dumber 2.
I didn't know there was a prequel.
The prequel's really bad, and I haven't seen the second one, technically the third one. But Dumb and Dumber is still a really funny movie. I enjoy it. I also watched Liar Liar, another Jim Carrey movie. Again, another really solid, funny movie.
Did you just have a Jim Carrey-a-thon?
I did, because I think they're both on Hulu, so I just watched them. I was like, all right, cool. And I watched Avengers Infinity War and Endgame back-to-back. And I watched Endgame with the commentary.
Oh, I did watch Far From Home. I forgot to mention that.
You did watch Far From Home?
Yeah. When I got it on 4K, I had to watch it because it came out on 4K.
I haven't gotten around to watch Far From Home.
It's still good. Still
sure
not better. Still not better than Homecoming, but it's still good.
I'm sure it is. I enjoyed it when it came out. And I started Gotham, and man, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Why? Is it bad?
Season 1 of the show is so bad. It almost seems like somebody wanted to make a parody of Batman. There's so many things in the show. The first episode, especially, it's like, oh, Catwoman, she's a little girl, but she's doing like Catwoman things. That's supposed to be Catwoman. Oh, Bruce Wayne as a kid, right after his parents die, he's up on his like roof, just like, oh, I'm here, I'm conquering fear. Because I'm gonna be Batman. And then it's like they go at one point, Commissioner Gordon goes to somebody's house. And this little girl opens the door and she's got red hair. And he's like, what's your name? She's like, I'm Ivy. And she's got like plants everywhere. And I'm like, for one, that's not even Poison Ivy's fucking name. So whoever made that fucked up. But it's so like on the nose. And like Penguin, they like the way they introduce Penguin is so fucking funny. Some dude just calls him Penguin. And he's like, I don't like that name. Boo, boo. And I'm just like, God, why do you have to be so fucking on the nose with everything? Jesus Christ.
So many not subtle hints towards their universe.
Oh God. And like Riddler's in it and all this stuff. I might just skip to like, I think it's season 3 when the Joker kid like shows up, because I've heard he's really good. And I kind of just want to see that, because this is fucking, there's like 22 episodes each season. Each episode's like 40 minutes. I'm like, this show's gonna kill me. So I'm just gonna have to like skip through some stuff.
Because I know you're a person like once you start a show, you want to finish it usually.
Yeah, I don't like skipping around, but I'm gonna have to with this show because this is gonna kill me.
How many episodes are you in so far?
Like 7.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever.
You're not even halfway through the season.
Not even close.
Have you heard good things about it though? Is that why you watched it?
It has. I mean, I've heard good things since it came out, and on Rotten Tomatoes, it has like a 70-something%. Each season like has a pretty solid rating, but it's
I sometimes don't. Off. I was gonna say I sometimes don't trust Rotten Tomatoes when it comes to TV shows.
I try not to, but I've heard good things like outside of Rotten Tomatoes as well. But I was just like, this show's just not for me. I think I've hopefully it gets better. I hope when people say it's a good show, I hope they're talking about the later seasons, because season 1 is not good at all.
Hopefully, I haven't seen any of it. I don't think I've seen any DC TV show ever.
I mean, you're not really missing much.
Apparently. But apparently the CW universe is great, so.
Apparently, but like, fuck Arrow.
Fuck Arrow.
'Cause Arrow sucks.
It's like 8 seasons.
It's 8 seasons, and it's getting a spin-off show apparently, so it's gonna have more. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And Batwoman comes out this Sunday, so I gotta fucking watch it.
You don't have to watch it.
I'm going to.
You're gonna watch it.
I want to check it out because I'm curious on if the show is gonna be good, which it probably won't.
Ruby Rose, right? She's playing Batwoman.
Ruby Rose, yeah.
You have to let me know. Let me know. You ready to get into the news or anything else you want to mention?
Movie news.
Movie news. You want me to start? You want to start?
You can start.
All right, I got this is kind of a big one. Transformers, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe universe is in the works.
They've been fucking trying to connect these movies for a long time.
It's a total reboot for all 3 of those franchises.
That's good. I'm guessing that's where the new Power Rangers, the new reboot that's gonna come out. I'm assuming it's gonna be part of this.
Yep, it's going to. I think they're starting with. I think they said they're starting with Transformers, but it could be G.I. Joe too. I don't know which one, but they want to stick away from Power Rangers for a little bit, just because the other one was so recent, is what I've heard.
So that makes sense. It was good though. I don't know why they're just like, oh fuck it. Woo.
Why can't you just start with that and have that be the beginning of your
or
universe?
Start with Bumblebee. Bumblebee was actually like, it was cheesy and kind of stupid, but it was fun and it was better than the other Transformers movies.
I was gonna say, but doesn't that take place in the already established Transformers universe?
Does, but at the same time, you could just kind of like, whatever. Because there's no real continuity in those movies. Are you fucking kidding me?
There's not, but I mean, like, there kind of is at the same time.
It's not like Shia LaBeouf shows up at the end of Bumblebee and he's like, "Oh, what's up?" Like, it could be the start of its own thing.
Do you think this would work as a universe?
I mean, anything's possible. I mean, if you asked me like 10 years ago if a Marvel universe would work, I don't know. G.I. Joe though, like, do people give a fuck about G.I. Joe?
Did people give a fuck when the first 2 movies came out of G.I. Joe?
Exactly. Nobody did.
I don't think so. I mean, I watched them, which is sad, but I did. I don't remember why. I just did. But I just don't see them fitting in with those other 2. I can see Power Rangers and Transformers being in the same universe, but G.I. Joe just seems odd for some reason.
G.I. Joe seems really weird. I would honestly prefer like if Ninja Turtles were thrown into this universe as well, because they've had Ninja Turtles Power Ranger crossovers before.
Really?
In the Next Mutation TV show, I think they had an episode where they crossed over. So that'd be fucking cool as well. I don't know. This needs to be ultra like goofy though. I don't want like a dark, serious Transformers Power Rangers universe. I want like a ultra fun, just like, hey, we're just like making goofy fucking movies. Like, who cares?
Who owns all 3 of these? Is it Universal?
I don't know. I think so.
I want to say it's Universal.
I'm gonna check.
Whoever owns one of them owns all 3 of them. But
Lionsgate.
what the fuck, Lionsgate?
Lionsgate has Power Rangers at least.
That's
I don't know who has Transformers.
I mean, that sounds right. I know it's not any of the big 3 that I knew of.
I don't know.
Big 3 being Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers. But
yeah, it's none of them.
I don't know. I like I said, I don't think G.I. Joe fits just because. Am I missing something with G.I. Joe? Like, can they make like huge things to be able to fight with these?
I don't know. I was never like into G.I. Joe really. I was into Snake Eyes because he looks fucking cool as hell. But I don't know. I don't know anything about G.I. Joe.
Maybe I'm missing something, but like I can understand Power Rangers and Transformers because Power Rangers has those thingies.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna like fight each other? I don't think they're gonna fight each other.
Well, I think like maybe towards the beginning.
That'd be cool though. I want to see Optimus Prime punch a Megazord in the face. Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna do it,
that sounds awesome. I want that now. Give it to me. Fuck G.I. Joe. Just give me Optimus Prime punching a Megazord in the face.
That's what I'm saying.
Specifically,
like,
the Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because that Megazord looked really cool.
I could totally see Transformers and Power Rangers, but G.I. Joe just doesn't seem like they mix in well.
Take out G.I. Joe and replace it with Ninja Turtles.
But the Ninja Turtles would be better in that?
Yeah.
You want to see Optimus Prime fighting Raphael?
No, but I want to see Raphael like talk shit to Optimus Prime and be like, yo, fuck you. Come at me, bro.
What if they do? What if they don't even reboot? What if they just combine all these universes?
Well, I don't want the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles ever again. So reboot the Ninja Turtles. I would like. I mean, the cast of the last Power Ranger movie was good, and people like that movie. That's all Power Ranger fans have said that is like the best interpretation of Power Rangers. It's serious enough, but it's still kind of goofy and silly. Just keep that.
But it didn't make money.
It didn't because they marketed the movie poorly. And also, nobody gives a shit about Power Rangers.
I don't remember seeing any trailers for that, to be honest.
Did they think this next movie's going to do any better? No, it's fucking Power Rangers.
It's got to make $1 billion.
It's not going to do that. If Power Rangers comes out and it makes $1 billion, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something.
Aquaman fucking did it.
Aquaman did only because of the Chinese market, because they like weird shit.
And Jason Momoa.
They don't even like Jason Momoa. They just like mermaids.
No, like that's why.
No, they do. If you look at their like box office over there, they like. Love like mermaid shit.
I'm not. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, like a lot of women I know were like, "Let's go see Jason Momoa as Aquaman." Do you think if they make a Namor movie in Marvel, the Chinese market would be like, "Yeah, let's fuck it. Let's go
fuck
do it."
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Fuck." Yeah, they didn't flock to Black Panther. They're like, oh, no black people, but fucking mermaids. Hell yeah.
Do you think they will for Shang-Chi?
Probably. I mean, it's got an Asian dude in it. Probably.
I don't know. Maybe they'll be like, that's racist. I'm not seeing that.
I don't know. I mean, they're racist against black people, so it doesn't really matter.
What if they threw Black Panther in with Shang-Chi? That'd be kind of
weird. Then they'd be like, fuck this movie. Fuck everything about this.
Fuck this movie. Next, I got some Jurassic Park news.
For more?
Yeah, Jurassic World 3. The kids from Jurassic Park, I don't know their names. They would like to return for Jurassic World 3.
Great.
Don't know why.
Okay, cool.
And they're also probably adults now, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, they're grown-ass adults.
I wouldn't even recognize them if they were in the movie. Probably.
This Jurassic World 3 sounds like it's going to be nothing but fan service. Like Jeff Goldblum's coming back, Laura Dern's coming back, Sam Neill's coming back, and now the kids are coming back. Is like the original T-Rex from the original movie like coming back as well.
They're gonna
have like a glory shot of like, hey, this is the actual T-Rex from that fucking movie.
Who cares? That is the T-Rex in Jurassic World.
Whatever. It's stupid.
The T-Rex in Jurassic World
is that one dinosaur that killed Newman or whatever gonna come back, and they're just gonna have a shot where it's like, hey, this is the dinosaur that killed Newman.
The poison shooting one.
Is Sam Jackson gonna come back?
He totally could. He's just missing an arm.
Yeah, we don't know he's dead.
No, we never saw him die.
No.
I mean, he may have bled out to death. He did lose an entire limb. But you never know. He could have found a fire and just stuck his little nub in there.
Could have. This was the 90s. Fucking anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Do you think they'll kill off Sam Neill?
I don't think they'll kill off anybody.
Kill off Chris Pratt.
I mean, maybe. I don't think they would because he's the main character of these movies.
Yeah, but this is the end. Or it's supposed to be the end.
I guess. I mean, they might pull a Star Wars and just be like, hey, remember all those old characters you like? Yeah, let's fucking kill them for no real reason.
I don't think Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum are going to be in it for very long.
Well, Jeff Goldblum was only in the last one for 5 minutes. So no matter how long he's in this movie, it'll be longer than the last movie.
What if he's in it for 4 minutes?
Shit.
They marketed the shit out of the second
one. They did. He did interviews and shit.
They're like, Jeff Goldblum's back. Jeff
Goldblum's in it. Come see this movie. And then everyone saw it and they were like, yo, Jeff Goldblum's at the beginning and the end.
That's it.
That's it. And it's the same scene.
I guarantee he shot 1 day of filming.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure he did. He got a fat paycheck.
And he's sitting there telling people, yeah, I'm in this movie a lot.
I'm in this movie. Oh, yeah. Jeff Goldblum doesn't know what movies he's in.
He probably doesn't. He probably films like a cameo for every movie.
They probably just like he probably has someone just lead him to a set and he's just, I'm Jeff Goldblum. Oh, okay. He has no idea what is going on with anything.
No, he probably doesn't. I got some Eddie Murphy news. Hell yeah. Ooh. He confirms Beverly Hills Cops 4 is his next movie.
Okay, good. They've been like teasing this for like a decade now. I've only seen the original Beverly Hills Cop, and I wasn't like a huge fan of it. It's kind of just like Eddie Murphy fucking around with other cops for like an hour and a half, and I'm like, all right. I'm glad Eddie Murphy's like making a comeback though. He's got a Netflix movie coming out soon that I'm really excited for. Because Eddie Murphy growing up was like huge, and then he just kind of disappeared.
I was gonna say he's doing Coming to America 2. He's doing Beverly Hills Cops 4. He's doing. I know he's doing a
Dolomite movie coming out.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I know he's doing stand up for Netflix.
Yeah.
Too.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, he's what happened? What happened
back.
to Eddie Murphy?
I think he was just like, I just want to like stop.
Just take a break.
I just want to take a break.
He's coming back.
He's coming back, and I hope he's still funny, because if he's not, this is gonna be a waste of time.
It will be. And then I got some Jordan Peele news.
Ooh, is he making a new movie?
He signed with Universal for 5 movies.
Jesus Christ.
So he will be making 5 more movies.
I like Jordan Peele as a director. I've only seen Get Out. I haven't seen Us. Us looked really. It had a good trailer, but from like the premise, it sounds very weird. And from what I've heard of it, it sounds very weird. I'll watch it at some point.
It got really good reviews though.
It did. It got pretty solid reviews. And I'm a fan of Jordan Peele from like Mad TV and Key and Peele and stuff like that. So I mean, I'll check them out if they look cool. He needs to stop just like casting black people in his movies just to cast them. Like if they're good actors, cast them. But he needs to stop with the whole like, oh fuck white people thing that he's got on. But
how do you feel about 5 more movies though?
I mean, that's fine. It's not like they're gonna be like the same like franchise or anything. I hope though he kind of moves away from this horror stuff he's been doing. Just that, like, I just would kind of want him to do something else because he's a funny guy. Like make something like comedic at least. Out of those 5, if all of them are going to be horror movies, make one like a comedic thing.
It was a pretty big contract too. I'm pretty sure it was like $120 million.
I'm sure it was. He won an Oscar on his first film that he ever did. So he's going to be making. He's going to be a big time director for the rest of his life now.
Probably
for that one movie.
He kind of just came out of nowhere too. I was just like, holy shit, Jordan Peele.
Yeah, he made that one movie, and nobody fucking knew him unless you like saw Mad TV or Key and Peele. Nobody really like knew him, and then he just made a movie, and it fucking came out, and it did really well. And it was okay. I didn't love it, but it was good.
What was this? What was the first movie?
Get Out.
Oh, I thought you
solid.
I thought you praised that movie.
It's a good movie. It's just not like everyone when it came out was like, oh my god, this is like the next like Jordan Peele's the next like Hitchcock, and I'm like,
he's the next Taika Waititi.
No, he's better than Taika Waititi.
He's the next Steven Spielberg.
No. Spielberg in his prime is like unbeatable.
That's true. Spielberg made a lot of good movies in his prime.
He's the next M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh,
put it that way.
So he like has a little fame, and then
he'll make a couple really good movies, and then just
right down the toilet.
Too self-indulged in his own work and just make fucking shit.
He'll make Avatar: The Last Airbender. And
speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, he has that new Apple streaming service that's coming out. M. Night Shyamalan apparently is like producing like content for it.
What?
He's got like a new movie coming out on it or something.
Is he gonna make more of the Glass universe?
No, I think he said he's done with that. I think he was like, oh, I'm gonna do a trilogy and that's it or whatever.
Yeah, end it on a sour note.
But knowing him, that's the twist, is that, oh, he said it was going to be the end, but I'll make more.
I'm going to make 3 more.
Yeah, I'm going to make 3 more.
Even though he killed all 3 of the main characters.
He could still continue it. He could find a way to do it.
Bring back James McAvoy.
Yeah. It's a superhero thing. I mean, just make him... Oh, fucking Bruce Willis could actually swim, and he didn't drown to death. Spoilers for that movie.
He could actually swim. It came out this year, didn't it? Glass did.
It came out in January, yeah.
Yeah. That felt like so long ago.
I know. That was like the first movie I saw this year.
It was.
And it was a big disappointment.
It was so much buildup. So much
build-up. It was.
And then it was just like, yeah, let's not do anything at the end.
Yeah.
That's all the like regular movie. I have Star Wars stuff too, but I'll leave that for after. What
I have a couple movie things.
What do you got?
Bumblebee's director, the director of Bumblebee, Travis Knight, is apparently in talks to direct the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland.
Ooh. All right.
That's it.
I didn't see Bumblebee, so I can't.
Bumblebee was okay. It nailed the kind of sense of like adventure and everything. It was kind of cheesy and kind of silly. I don't know if that was like intentional.
Is that
and
how
it
you
was kind
want?
of funny.
Is that how you want the Uncharted movie to be?
I mean, Uncharted definitely needs like an Indiana Jones type feel. It needs like a big sense of adventure. Like this is a fucking grand scale adventure movie because that's what the games are. And it needs a lot of character. And I think Travis Knight, he also did Kubo and the Two Strings, and Kubo and the Two Strings is fucking fantastic.
I
So
heard great things about that.
if you mix like Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee, like hell yeah, we got a dope movie.
I'm glad Tom Holland has it just because I like Tom Holland.
I like Tom Holland. I wish Nathan Drake was a little older, but
I know
like
Tom Holland isn't. I mean, he's young, but he's not young. But he looks like he's young.
He looks like a baby. He's got a baby face.
I'm like, you look like you're 15.
Yeah. And they're definitely trying to do the young Drake thing where he eventually will grow into the Drake we know. But it's like, you really think this movie's going to get like 6 sequels? Like, no. You're going to make one movie, it's going to do okay, and then nobody ever talks about it ever again.
That, or they're going to do one movie, it's going to do trash.
Or it'll be fucking garbage. It'll be like Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I fucking forgot about that movie.
Yeah.
I saw that movie too, not in theater.
Everybody saw that movie for some reason. For some reason, everyone was like, fuck yeah, Prince of Persia. Then they came out and they were just like, this movie sucks.
I remember after watching, I was like, what the hell?
It's such a dumb, stupid movie. And it's a Disney movie too.
It is. I thought it was like it looked like Aladdin from the trailers. I was like, what?
Yeah, it kind of did. It was like, oh, Aladdin, but he's like badass and he's got like daggers and shit now.
Yeah, the Dagger of Time. Isn't that what it's called or something?
The Sands of Time.
Sands of Time.
Yeah.
That's a dope title too.
Which I think is the name of one of the games.
Fucking, what is up with movies and they can't get video game movies right?
Because the whole point of a video game is that you have about like 15 to 20 hours to tell your story, and then they try to take that story and make it 2 hours, and you just can't do that.
Don't make it off of a video. Like, you can make it set in a video game universe like Assassin's Creed tried to do, which Assassin's Creed should have been better, but
Assassin's Creed should have been amazing.
It was trash.
They decided to, let's have it all set in the future and have everyone be boring and shit. And then let's give you like 2 really amazing scenes in the past, but they only last for like 5 minutes and nobody fucking says anything.
There was like time. 7 cuts for them jumping off a roof.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, it pissed me off. Pretty sure that's when I turned the movie off.
Tomb Raider was okay. The new Tomb Raider was all right.
I didn't see that, but
and apparently that's getting a sequel. So.
Video game movies should be easy,
or just don't make them.
Or that. Uncharted could do well. I could see it.
It could be, but just play Uncharted.
That's true.
Those games are already like movies. The whole point of those games, they're meant to be like homages to like Indiana Jones and shit. So they're already kind of presented like films. So just play the games.
They want to make a movie. They think it can make money.
Yeah, that's all it's about. It's about
probably
money.
They're like, we can make toys and we can make money off of toys from this.
I mean, probably. Has any video game movie had toys attached to it?
Probably all of them.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
That's the whole point of making movies, basically, for kids, is to sell toys.
Yeah, I guess so.
Star Wars,
a McDonald's tie-in with Uncharted.
DC. McDonald's tie-in.
Yeah, like they did with Batman Returns, and then everybody got all pissed off.
Do they still do that? Do they still give toys out at McDonald's?
I don't know. I haven't gotten a Happy Meal in like 10 years. I don't know.
Let's go get a fucking Happy Meal. Let's go see.
I would love to do that. I love Happy Meals. And if they don't give me a toy, I'm gonna throw a fucking temper tantrum.
like you would when you were a
Give
child.
me my goddamn toy.
Where's my applesauce?
No. If you're going to McDonald's, why are you getting healthy shit? McDonald's is meant to just like, I don't care about my body. I'm gonna get whatever.
I want to die.
Don't try and pretend that you care about our health, McDonald's, because you don't.
Have you seen Super Size Me? You have.
I have. I don't care. Junk food is delicious. All right. I'd rather eat something delicious than something that's good for me that tastes like garbage. All right. I don't give a fuck.
It was a little off topic, but
I don't care.
It's our podcast.
It's our podcast. I can talk about food all I want.
What else you got?
Disney is apparently making a new live action Inspector Gadget movie.
When was the last one? 90s?
No,
early 2000s?
It was like early 2000s, yeah.
I remember watching like little clips of this, but I don't remember watching like an entire.
Have you seen both of them? Because there were 2.
I think I've seen like clips of each, but I haven't like sat down and watched the whole
thing.
They're
both very odd.
They
They're both
are
bizarre films.
they're both. It's all wacky and goofy and stuff.
It's very goofy, and one of them they break the fourth wall. Like the car says something. He's like, "Oh, this is a Disney movie" or some shit. I'm like, all right, that's a little strange.
For some reason, I remember that car being a little creepy too. I don't know why.
He was a black car.
Maybe that's what it was.
Exactly. And they recast Inspector Gadget in the second movie, so he basically became like a different character, which is strange.
Who do they have attached to this? Anybody?
No, it's just kind of the news is just, hey, we want to do another one.
A rated G.
Rated, well, it'll probably be PG.
No, they don't make G.
Because they're gonna have like anus jokes in it.
Why
Taika Waititi's gonna direct, and he'll be like, I need anus jokes in my movies.
I need some anus cream.
Well, that's
it's itchy.
That's a personal problem. It has nothing to do with the movie.
It's itchy down there.
Is this a problem you have in your own life?
No, that's what Inspector Gadget says.
Well, he wouldn't say that. He'd just say "Go Gadget anus cream," and then it would like come out of his finger. But instead of anus cream, it'd be like oil or some shit. Because for some reason, in the movies, it was never explained in the movies. I don't know if the cartoon was like this, but in the movies, he would say something and then something else would come out, and it's like, all right, how does that make sense? That defeats the whole purpose. Go Gadget like toothpaste, and then like butter would come out, and it's like, all right, what?
I also remember that car looking like shit too. It looked like
that car looked cool.
It looked like trash.
I had a toy of that little car.
See, look, you're pandering. Sell it.
Say I'm pandering?
No.
Well, I think it was. I don't fucking remember how I got it, but I had one.
Got it from McDonald's,
and it was cool. I think I probably did. And fuck you, it was a cool toy.
Did it like actually talk?
No, it was just. I think you did something with it. It didn't talk, but it did
like
something.
It was a wind up.
I think so.
Okay. What else?
That's all the movie news I have.
That's it. You had 2 things. That's all
Yeah.
you had? Wow, that's sad.
There was nothing. There was a slow news week. There was nothing. It was like, oh, the new James Bond poster came out, and it's just fucking Daniel Craig's ugly fucking face.
How do you feel about the that poster I sent you? God, what was the name of that movie? The first guy or something?
Oh, fuck the Ryan Reynolds movie, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah,
I mean, the poster was fine. It's just fucking Ryan Reynolds.
Did you see Free Guy? That's what it's called. Did you see what it was about?
Yeah, it has a fun premise to it.
Taika Waititi's involved. Your favorite?
Is he directing it or is he in it?
I think he's in it. I don't think he's directing.
I mean, it makes sense. He was also on Green Lantern, so he picks quality movies to be in. I mean, it could be fun. You know, the premise is really fun.
It does. It sounds really fun. I think it'll be funny as hell.
I just hope they have fun with it. I hope they don't take it like too seriously, and I hope that Ryan Reynolds like understands video games, and that he's just not like, oh, I'm gonna make a video game movie, and then just doesn't understand how video games work.
For people who didn't know what it's about, it's what is it like? He's an NPC.
He's an NPC, or I think he's an NPC in a video game, and I guess he becomes like self-aware or something, and has to save the day or whatever.
A bank teller discovers that he is actually an NPC inside a brutal open world video game.
Yeah, that's a fun idea.
It is,
but again, whoever's making this movie needs to understand how video games work, because I've noticed in like there was like Ready Player One. There were so many things where I was just like, that's not how video games work. Like there was a moment in Ready Player One where they all like they're doing the race thing, and then one of the characters goes all the way back. He goes backwards, and he finds the secret key or whatever. And I'm like, that's the first thing someone would do in a fucking video game is go backwards to see if there's anything secret back there.
In a race where you can only go forward.
Yeah, and so it's like I hope they kind of understand how people play video games and the mechanics of video games. I hope it's not just a bunch of middle-aged men who have never touched a video game who are just like, oh, I like video games. I played Grand Theft Auto once.
Which I don't understand how he can be an NPC, but then again be self-aware. So it's already
he breaks free from his programming. It's the fucking Matrix.
The Matrix. It's a prequel.
This is the secret. This is Matrix 4.
He's playing Neo.
That's genius. That's genius.
You're making this movie, apparently.
Fuck yeah.
That's what you want.
Matrix 4.
You would make a trash Matrix movie.
I would, because I'd make a sarcastic fucking Matrix movie because I'm like, this movie doesn't need to be made.
Exactly.
So I just make it dumb and stupid. I'd pull a Ryan Johnson on it.
You ruin the franchise.
I'd ruin the franchise so they never make any more. Everybody hates it.
Oh man. Speaking of Rian Johnson, I got some Star Wars news. Star Wars. Nothing about Rian Johnson. But,
okay, good.
You know about this one. Kevin Feige is to produce a Star Wars film.
I have seen this. We fucking called this.
We did.
On one of our podcasts, we were like, why doesn't Kevin Feige like make a fucking thing? And now he is.
He's not in charge of making Star Wars in general. He's just making a movie. So
that's going to be a bomb-ass movie.
I hope so, because he's a huge Star Wars fan. Huge.
Yeah.
He wears Star Wars shit all the time.
Yeah.
He references Star Wars in his Marvel movies.
And it'll be nice to have a Star Wars movie that's actually like good. And that is made by somebody who wants to make a good Star Wars movie and isn't just trying to make 3 movies and has no plan for it at all. Like,
I think I'll get into this more when we get into Marvel news. I feel like this was a PR thing for Sony.
For sure.
This was like, fuck you, Sony. This whole shebang. Because this happened right before Spider-Man got back in the MCU.
Yeah.
And Sony released a statement saying Kevin Feige had a full plate, and that's why he...
I mean, he's got one Star Wars movie and then all the Marvel. Like, he's not a full plate. He's doing just fine.
4 movies.
Yeah, but what does he do on these movies? Like I've said, like he tells people what to do. Hey, make the movie like this, and that's it.
Basically, he's kind of like
he's
making sure everything connects the way he wants it to.
Oh man, I could do that in like my pajamas.
I feel like it's a lot more stressful than it seems. But...
It probably is, but fuck it. He's making millions of dollars. He can deal with it. He's a big boy.
That's his entire job, which that would be a fun job, though. I would do that.
That would be a fun job.
Hayden Christensen.
Is he coming back?
May return as Anakin Skywalker for Darth Vader prequel series.
No, why? Why is this a thing?
Disney Plus series, Darth Vader prequel.
We're getting a Darth Vader prequel. What the fuck is that show going to be?
I don't know. Why the hell does Hayden Christensen have to be in it?
Yeah, we're not going to see him.
He's going to be in the suit, and then they're not going to use his fucking voice for Darth Vader.
Yeah, it's going to be James Earl Jones, maybe, if he's not dead.
I have no idea. Unless he like takes his mask off or something.
They're going to have like flashbacks, and it'll be him just being like, oh, I hate sand. And then, like, we don't need this show, for one. Leave Darth Vader the fuck alone. He's already been ruined once. I don't want, like, a badass Darth Vader, like, jumping around, like, doing backflips and shit.
Wait, when was he ruined?
The prequels.
Oh, the prequels. I thought you were talking about Rogue One for some reason. I was like, Rogue One didn't.
No, he was fine in Rogue One because he didn't do anything. Well, they kind of almost ruined him when he had that little, like, joke. He's like, don't choke on your fucking dreams or whatever, you bitch. Like, that was dumb. But we don't need this.
This is supposed to take place between 3 and 4.
Of course it is.
Because it's a prequel.
They love that fucking era. Make something new. What happened to the Force Awakens being like, oh, this is like 40 years into the future. Everything happens to be the same for some fucking reason. Why not make some new shit in that timeline and maybe flesh out the world a little bit? But no, we have to go back again. I hate this. I hate this.
With Rogue One, Han Solo, Obi-Wan series is probably going to take place within that time.
The Cassian series or whatever takes place in that period.
The
Mandalorian. Can we get out of this goddamn period?
The Mandalorian takes place.
Well, the Mandalorian actually takes place after. So that's
I know, but it's still around that time period.
Yeah.
The original trilogy time period.
Can we just stop?
Maybe this will take place right after episode 3.
Right after he had his arms crossed and he was looking out at the Death Star.
It
picks up right after that.
It'll open with him saying no at the end of episode 3.
No.
That's how it'll open.
I don't know.
And then it's gonna pull. It'd be really kind of cool if they did Force Unleashed miniseries type thing.
That I'd be fine with, but that's not what this is gonna be.
It could be
because that story's not about Darth Vader. That story's about Starkiller. And if this is a Darth Vader series, it's gonna be about Darth Vader.
I'd be okay with that miniseries though.
I'd be totally fine with that. It's not canon anymore.
It's not, but they could make it canon.
They keep trying to like, forget about Force Awakens or Force Unleashed, whatever. But that game was awesome, and I'd be fine with that as well.
Because Force Unleashed 2 was terrible.
It was such I beat it like in 5 hours at my grandpa's house. And I was so mad.
Apparently, the developers only had like a year to make it.
Yeah, it didn't need to be made.
Yeah, the first one was really good.
They would have to make, if they were going to make that a miniseries, they'd have to make it like really dark and serious, and they're not going to do that because they have to put fucking Marvel jokes and everything.
Nah, it's Disney. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
They can do whatever they want, but they won't.
They can do whatever they want
because they got to be family friendly.
It's a family show.
Let's tell this story about an evil dictator man and his apprentice, but let's make it fucking lighthearted.
It doesn't have to be super dark. I just want to see him chop some Ewoks up.
That's got to be pretty dark, Devin. Doing a lighthearted PG romp with fucking chopping Ewoks in half?
Yeah, why not? They're Ewoks.
Not gonna happen.
They're not people.
Ewoks have souls.
No, they're little teddy bears.
Hashtag Ewoks have souls.
They're little teddy bears that came to life.
They still have soul. If you come to life, you still have a soul.
No, the toys in Toy Story have souls.
Yeah, they do. They have to.
And then my last Star Wars news. We have 7 Star Wars projects planned for after Rise of Skywalker.
Jesus Christ.
One of those includes the Kevin Feige one. So
can we stop? Can we please stop? Leave Star Wars the fuck alone. Why do we need this?
I'm pretty sure also one of those is the Obi-Wan series, so there's 5 technically that we don't know about.
Why do we need this? Why can't we just have like the original trilogy is great, prequels awful. Why can't we just leave those in their camps? Why do we have to keep just making more shit and retconning other stuff? We gotta make a movie about how Luke got his fucking green lightsaber because that's important.
Isn't that showed that in 6?
They didn't show it, but they say a line that he like built it or whatever.
There's an extended cut though that shows it.
Well, the deleted scene shows it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't. It wasn't in the movie because we didn't fucking see it.
It's implied.
He just said, "Oh, I made a new lightsaber." All right, that's it. Now we're gonna get a whole fucking movie about it.
I'm doubting they'll make a movie about that. But
where was Yoda born? That's important. I need to know where Yoda was born.
They were gonna make a Yoda movie at one point. That could still be a thing. You never know.
Who the hell was that red droid in A New Hope that fucking like sacrificed himself or whatever? They fucking died. Who was that? I need to know who that is.
He's a Jedi.
Make a whole movie about that. I think there's some kind of like theory or whatever that he sacrificed himself because he knew that R2 had some shit.
There's not a theory. There's a comic about it.
Is that a comic? Seriously?
Yeah, that is a comic. It's not canon anymore, but it used to be canon back in the day. Back when they weren't making a shit ton of movies, but they were making a shit ton of books to try to expand the Star Wars universe.
Is Max Rebo in any of these fucking movies?
Not that I know of.
Then what's the point?
What would he show up in? The Darth Vader prequel?
He could show up in fucking anything. He's just a blue elephant man. He's still alive as far as we know.
If you had to make one Star Wars movie, what would you make it about?
I wouldn't.
If you had to.
Well, I've told you my Star Wars idea before. It's pretty much just The Mandalorian. I would just do that, but make it a movie.
You wouldn't make it like a Lando movie or anything?
No, I'd make it just a movie that takes place in the Star Wars universe just somewhere about some new character that we haven't seen. Because we don't need to see any of the old characters. Or
would you go like way outside the timeline?
I wouldn't set it in a distinct timeline because it wouldn't matter to the story where it's set. I just make a fucking Star Wars movie, and I'd make a new planet. Fuck all these desert planets. There's like 8 of them now. I just
creative with your planets.
Here's a planet, and it doesn't matter where it's set or what time period it's at. Here's just a fucking movie.
Why are all the planets deserts?
I don't know. There's a new one in fucking episode 9, and it's like that's not Tatooine. Like seriously, you expect me to believe there's like 4 desert planets in the same kind of like solar system? Like really?
You could get so creative with your planets too.
You could have a planet just full of air. You could have a planet like in Interstellar that's just all water. Like you could do all kinds of shit. But no, we're gonna do deserts.
I kind of did that. Camino was a water planet, wasn't it?
Fuck Camino.
Cloud City, that was air. There you go. You did both already.
Do it again.
Do it again. Do it better.
Do it better.
You could have one next to a black hole.
Cloud City, though, is not the name of the planet. Cloud City is the name of the
I don't know what the name
of
the planet was, but I remember Cloud City.
Return of that planet. Give it a name.
Give it a name. I'm sure they gave it a name in 5, but Bespin. That's what it is.
Is that Bespin?
Yeah.
Well, fucking go back to Bespin.
Go back to Bespin. Where's Lando from? Let's go there.
No, I don't need that. That'll probably happen at some point. We're gonna get a Lando movie. And,
I'm sure.
we got to see Lando as a little boy because
They're
that's
gonna
important.
bring back Donald Glover.
We need to know why he loves his cape so much.
Why is he pansexual?
Why is he? Yeah, why does he fuck robots?
That was such a weird subplot in that fucking movie. God damn it!
How dare you mention that movie on this podcast?
We mentioned it already. We talked.
We
about
did,
it.
and that's the only time we should have ever mentioned it. And you just brought it up now.
I'm sorry. We were talking about Star Wars.
Jesus Christ! Let's move on.
I don't have any more Star Wars stuff, so
I don't have any either.
you want to go to Marvel, or do you have some game or TV stuff?
Last of Us 2 gets a release date.
Oh, what is it? When is it?
February 20th, 2020.
Oh, Jesus, it's still so far away.
That's not that far.
It's still a couple months.
That's like 5-6 months from now.
Yeah, that's like half a year.
It'll be here before you know it.
I thought it was coming out this year, though. I thought it was coming out in like December.
Everyone thought that, but apparently it's coming out early next year.
Ah,
So we have a whole year to play it before the next PlayStation comes out, I guess.
fuck. They're gonna do that again, aren't they? They're gonna release it right at the end.
I think the
life.
Last of Us games are just going to be like, they're going to be the thing that signals kind of the end of, because The Last of Us 1 showed off a lot of what the PS3 could do because it was at the end of its life cycle. So I think that's what they're going to do.
I remember it killed your PlayStation.
It did. It fucking destroyed it. I couldn't run anything else on it.
I know. Every time you try to run something, it froze.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
Fucking Last of Us.
It looked amazing on PS4.
Oh, Last of Us Remastered looks insane.
It does. I can't wait. I hope it's really good. I hope the story is as good as the first one.
I hope it is too. I don't think it will be because The Last of Us was kind of just like, it was like lightning in a bottle and it just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think the second one's going to be anywhere near as good as the first one, but I still think it's going to be really good.
You could totally make a fucking movie about that.
With The
I
Last
think
of
it
Us?
would work. Yeah, you could do it. It could work.
No, you couldn't.
You could do it.
You couldn't because you can't. You need 16 or so hours to build up that relationship. You can't do that in 2 hours.
Make it a 3-hour movie.
You can't do that in 3 hours.
You can.
No, you can't. Not well.
Make it a TV show.
A mini, yeah, I could see a miniseries. That'd be fine. Because you could have 8 episodes to build out that. You couldn't do that in a movie.
Does it take 16 hours to beat that game?
I'd say probably. It took me like 11 hours once. But it's about 11 to 12 hours.
Trying to break the world record for speed run?
No, I just did it. It was the time that you saw me play it, just in like one sitting, and I just beat it. I think that was like 11 hours or so.
Yeah, I watched you beat the whole thing in one day.
Yeah.
It's insane. Is that it? Is that all your game news?
That's all the game news.
All right, moving on. Sorry, I got something in my Jesus. All right, moving on. Are we doing Marvel or are we doing DC?
What do you want to do?
I have all Marvel, so if we're doing DC, it'd just be you.
We can do DC because I only got one DC thing.
All right.
Birds of Prey trailer.
Yeah, I saw that fucking.
What the fuck is this movie?
I saw it online, and then I saw it when I went to go see Joker.
They didn't play it when I saw Joker, which is
played it at
hilarious.
They played it at mine, and I had to watch it on the big screen. I was like, oh.
This movie's so fucking. It's so
What-
strange.
What the fuck is this movie about? I still don't know.
I have no idea. It's apparently like Batman's gone, which is weird, which is also the plot of Batwoman, which is weird. Like, how many times is Batman just gonna leave Gotham like unannounced? Like, that's strange.
It's like I'm fucking done.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave. Oh, I'm moody and I want to go. Ugh. Harley Quinn, she broke up with the Joker, which is fine. That's happened before in the comics, but it was done better in the comics because there was time where you built up their relationship. And now it's just they were together in one movie and they fucked up their relationship then, and now they're just broken up.
I don't know who any of these people are either.
They all don't look like their comic book kind of.
I know, and that's why I don't recognize any of
Like
them.
Cassandra Cain is like a little Asian girl, and in the comics she's a little Asian girl, but she's like 15. This girl's like 9. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then there's like Victor Zaz is in it. He's in the trailer, and I didn't even know that was fucking Victor Zaz until I saw Mr. Sunday Movies video, and he was like, "Oh, it's Victor Zaz," and I was like, "Doesn't even look like him. He looks like a fucking hipster."
Black Mask.
Black Mask is in it, not wearing his black mask at all.
No, not in a single scene.
He's wearing his Black Mask outfit. He's wearing the white suit with the black gloves. No mask. If I swear to God, if we do not see Ewan McGregor in the fucking black skull mask, black mask, I'm gonna fucking murder somebody.
I guarantee you won't. Maybe you will at the end, but
The very end,
yeah.
the music cues up, and he's just like, dun, 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 and he's like, a black mask. That's dumb.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
That's dumb. It'll be a Justice League thing. The end credit scene. They're setting up for another movie that'll never happen.
I hate the title too.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
that's not that. Nobody's gonna call it that though.
Fucking
everyone's just gonna call it Birds of Prey.
Fuck that noise.
Because I'm not gonna go. Yeah, I'll have one ticket for Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. You're like, what the fuck?
You totally should. You should do that when you go see it.
No, they're gonna look at me like I'm a fucking lunatic.
I can already tell though. I feel like reviewers are gonna just shit on this movie completely.
I mean, it looks bad from the it looks so bad, and I'm saying this as a DC fanboy. Like, this looks awful.
We said this looked bad when they announced the title of this movie.
Yeah,
we were like, Birds of Prey. Who the fuck's gonna go see that?
Well, I mean, Birds of Prey in the comics is like kind of neat. It's just like a female. It's a female Justice League essentially, but they do like street level kind of stuff, and they do like Huntress is in it, Black Canary's in it. I think Catwoman at some point is in it.
Nobody's
but like they got to shoehorn Harley Quinn and everything, and she's like self-aware now. She's like referencing the fact that she's in like a movie, sort of, which is strange. And the tone of the trailer was totally like off, where it was like, it looks like there's parts of it that look super serious, but then Harley Quinn is like blowing shit up in like a cartoony fashion, and she's like making jokes, and she has her hyenas and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck is this movie?
Like towards the end where she's like, here, throw the stick of dynamite.
Yeah, and it's like this cartoony explosion like in the background. I'm like, what? Okay.
It's so messed up and weird.
Is this gonna connect to Suicide Squad at all? Like the new one?
The new one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I 100% think it's gonna connect to the first Suicide.
Well, yeah, it has to, because it's the same character.
I have no idea if it's. I mean, Margot Robbie's in the new Suicide Squad, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Most of the original cast is in the
I was
new
gonna
Harley.
say, so it has to connect in some way.
I guess. This fucking just stop. Stop making DCEU movies.
They're gonna keep going.
No.
Aquaman 2.
No, I don't want Aquaman 2.
It's gonna happen.
I want Shazam 2.
The DCU will probably get canceled before then.
It probably will. I kind of want it to be honest.
Just stop it. Just end it.
Let's move on to Marvel news.
Marvel news. Do you have
What
any?
do you have? I have some. It's probably all the stuff you have, though.
Probably. Ghost Rider series canceled on Hulu.
I saw this as well.
A little disappointed in that, just because.
Yeah, that could have been so cool.
He's apparently still going to be in Hellstorm or whatever that's called.
What? What is this?
Hellstorm.
Is this a movie or a show?
It's a show on Hulu.
Is this like, what is this? What is the show?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's about a character called Hellstorm, though.
Okay. Is this going to be like a mature show, or is it like Runaways or something?
I don't know. It's supposed to be a character who's part of like the Ghost Rider spirit place type thing. I don't know though.
Just make a Ghost Rider show.
He's connected to Ghost Rider. That's all I know.
Just make a fucking Ghost Rider show.
They
if he's gonna be in it, why not just make a Ghost Rider show?
I don't know. I've heard also Marvel wants to use their own Ghost Rider for their movies. So
not the TV Ghost Rider?
No.
But they own that. That is their Ghost Rider.
They do, but they want to use the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, not the whatever. Rider.
It's not going to be Nick Cage, so we're going to get another fucking Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze does exist in that continuity because Johnny Blaze is the one that gave up his thing to the new person. But I guess the shows aren't canon.
I guess. We'll get into that. I have
is there fucking news about that now?
I have some news about that. So, and then I guess the big news for the week is kind of old news now, but Spider-Man is back.
Spider-Man is back.
Back in the MCU.
I just want to say, was I not fucking on point with he was going to be back? I was, when we made the video saying he was gone, I was like, oh, he'll probably be back. Like, just give it some time. And everyone was like, no, he's gone forever. And I was like, he'll be back. He's back.
I kind of figured he'd be back. I really didn't think he'd be back this soon.
I didn't think it'd be this soon, but I knew he was going to come back.
Like a month. He was gone for a month.
And I think that this might have been a little bit of like a publicity stunt.
I think it was too, just a little.
Because it seems too convenient that everything like, oh, he's gone now, and then a month later, they're, oh, it's fixed, everything.
The new deal, I've already told you, but the Disney gets 25%, Sony gets 75%. He will
which is fair.
He will appear in one solo movie and one crossover film,
which is fine. I know everyone's like, oh, how come he's only getting like 2 more movies? I'm sure by the time that whatever that crossover movie comes out, there's going to be a new deal that they're going to be working out. And he'll be in more movies.
It's being reported that in the future they want to continue the deal, but
there's going to be more. It's just for right now they're going to do this, and then
it's being speculated that the crossover will be Fantastic Four, but it's not 100%.
Be awesome.
It's not 100% yet.
I want to see the Fantastic Bagman.
Fantastic Bagman.
Make that happen, Marvel.
Tom Holland will be appearing in the Sony universe also.
So stupid.
But
so stupid.
Some news came out today, actually, that he will still be appearing in it, but he's playing a different version of Spider-Man in it. So it's not the MCU Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, obviously he has to.
Not the same character at all. It's a different...
He has to. Is he playing Peter Parker?
I think so, but he's just not playing.
Because it would be really kind of clever if maybe he was like Ben Reilly or somebody.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be kind of fun because Ben Reilly is essentially a clone of Peter. So it would make sense to just have him be the same actor. Just give him blonde hair. Like, that'd be fun. Do something like use another Spider-Man. There's a million different fucking Spider-Mans out there. Why does it always have to be Peter Parker? It's the same thing with Batman. It's always Bruce Wayne. Do like somebody. Do like, I know they got Miles now, but they're not going to make a live action Miles movie.
Yeah, it's stupid. They're apparently playing it off of as the Avengers exist in the Sony universe, but this is an alternate universe.
But they don't.
I know they don't, and they never will.
No, this is stupid. I hate this. This is dumb.
Yeah,
what is his suit going to look like in the Sony movies?
It's going to be a completely different because it's a different universe.
It's not going to have the Stark eyes.
It's not going to. You can't use that suit at all.
It'd be cool since he can't have the Stark eyes. It'd be cool if his eyes just like moved. I'd be fine with that.
I don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what this whole deal is going to involve. Sorry, I'm trying to look something up real quick about this. I have a list of Sony's. That's what I was trying to look up, of Sony's planned movies they have going on. I got Morbius, obviously.
Morbius, which I think have they finished shooting that? Didn't they start that soon?
Yeah, I think they're getting ready to finish.
Jesus Christ!
It comes out in July next year. So.
Oh, so it's gonna be a fun summer movie. That makes sense.
I guess. Venom 2, which we already know.
Venom 2, yeah.
The Spider-Man 3 and 4, which are already MCU related. I guess. I don't know about 4, but I guess the crossover is his 4th one.
I get it, yeah, technically.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2.
Okay.
An untitled female Spider-Verse spinoff.
Little unnecessary, but could be fun.
Kraven the Hunter movie, which
don't need it.
We've kind of already known about that. Black Cat.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. Silver Sable. Definitely don't need it.
No.
Who the fuck wants to see a movie about Silver Sable?
Nobody does. How many people even know who the fuck Silver Sable is?
Nobody, really. I don't know.
Go ask your mom who Silver Sable is. She'd be like, get the fuck out of my house.
This next person, I don't even know who this is. Night Watch. They're making a Night Watch movie.
Night Watch is a really interesting character. He kind of looks like Spawn.
Yeah.
He looks like dead on like Spawn. And he has an interesting kind of story. I know Spike Lee was going to make this movie, and I think he dropped out.
A Silk movie. I don't know what that fuck that is.
That's another spider person.
Yeah. There's a picture. Here's a picture of the spider person right here.
She's like Asian, I think, and she's like young.
Jackpot movie.
Is that about Mary Jane?
I believe so.
You're getting a Mary Jane solo film as well? Jesus Christ. This is like when they like when those Sony emails came out and it was planned that they had an idea for like an Aunt May movie, and everyone just like made fun of them for it. It's like, we don't need this.
And then this is the newest one that they've announced, Madam Web movie.
Yes, this has been going around. I've seen this.
Fucking who wants to see a movie about a girl strapped to a chair?
Well, she's like an old lady and she's blind and she can like cross dimensions or whatever.
Yeah, but like she can't get out of her chair. She's stuck in the chair.
I mean, it could be like Doctor Strange.
But what is she gonna do?
She's just does Doctor Strange shit.
No, it's a bad idea.
I don't know. Most of these sound like bad ideas.
They all sound like bad ideas.
I don't think any of these should be made. Well, Nightwatch could be interesting.
Nobody fucking knows who Nightwatch is.
Nobody knew who fucking Iron Man was until Iron Man came out.
No, I knew a little bit about Iron Man.
Comic book fans knew about Iron Man.
I don't know anything about Nightwatch.
Who the hell was fucking Star-Lord before Guardians?
He was Star-Lord.
Yeah, but nobody knew him.
I knew of him. I didn't know him in general, though.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, mainstream people don't know any of these fucking characters until you make the movie.
I guess, but is Nightwatch a good enough character to make a movie?
He's got a very interesting origin story. I could see it being like one movie, just like one solid, just like that's kind of the story. It's kind of like Spawn, where Spawn's story is kind of just his origin, and then everything else after that's just kind of nonsense.
And apparently Tom Holland is gonna maybe cameo in Morbius and then probably be in Venom 2. So
stupid. They're doing all this stuff with Tom Holland because they really want to confuse people. That's the only reason why that's happening, because they want people to see their movies. And
this is connected to the MCU.
Yeah. Oh, this is Tom Holland. And apparently it came out like a little bit ago that they did shoot a cameo for Venom with Tom Holland, and they cut it.
Denied it
last minute. So and I think part of that is what people were why Venom made as much money as it did, because people were really fucking like interested to be like, is he gonna be in this fucking movie? Like, is this connected in some way? Like, well, and now, how many people are gonna go into Venom 2 and see fucking Tom Holland and be like, oh, it's MCU? Whoa. Probably a lot.
Probably, and unless he's like completely different, which I don't think he will be, but
he'll be Peter Parker. He'll be the same. He'll just have a different suit on.
I guess
he's a different suit in every movie anyway. So
with this deal, though, since Spider-Man can hop back and forth, so can his villains. So the MCU can use the villains.
I mean, that's cool, because I want like a proper Venom, but that's just gonna get so fucking complicated. That's gonna get like, we're gonna have 2 Venoms and 2 Spider-Man and 2, this and that at the same time. It's like,
and I got some reports for Spider-Man 3 who the villain's supposed to be.
Is it Scorpion?
No.
Why isn't it Scorpion? They fucking set up Scorpion in Homecoming.
It was supposed to be Kraven, but since Sony's making a Kraven movie, they're like, we don't want to confuse people. So they're thinking about making.
We don't want to confuse people, yet we're gonna have the same actor in 2 completely different continuities.
They're just. I think they agreed to that deal just to fucking shut up Sony, to be honest.
Probably.
But they're moving towards it going to be Chameleon. So
Chameleon be fine. I want Scorpion though.
Maybe they can do both. It's
Scorpion
not
and Chameleon.
It's not set in stone. They're still writing this. They're probably writing the script right now.
Well, they teased Chameleon in Far From Home with that guy whose name was Dimitri.
I don't know if
Chameleon's name is Dimitri.
I don't know if that's Chameleon.
They have the same name.
So there's people that have your name. You're not Deadpool.
You don't know that. I could be.
You're definitely not Deadpool.
Have you ever seen me and Deadpool in the same room together?
Yes.
Well, that was a scroll.
And then this is the last of the Spider-Man news. So, the MCU was planning on making their big villain of Phase 4 Norman Osborn, but they can't trust Sony, so they're not doing it.
I can see that. That would have been fun. I think Norman Osborn in the MCU could have been like a pretty fun villain. But yeah, I don't trust Sony, because they'll like right as they're like setting it up in a movie that he's going to be the big bad guy, whatever, they'll take him away and be like, fuck you.
I mean, you never know. If Apple buys out Sony, then they could do it. But
well, yeah,
I still think it's going to be Doctor Doom as their next big villain.
It'll probably be Doom. I don't want that because Doctor Doom sucks, but it'll probably be Doom.
Doctor Doom is really good.
Make it Magneto.
I'm sure that'll come up eventually too. But I think they're saving that for X-Men, and then he'll be a big bad after X-Men type thing.
Probably, that makes sense.
Oh, so the Netflix stuff. This is the Netflix news I have. The MCU is really pushing to get Charlie Cox and John Bernthal back as
I'm sure they are.
Daredevil and Punisher. They're
I'm sure they are.
they're really trying to keep it the same characters and not reboot it. But they said if they have to reboot it, they will.
They already have rebooted by casting fucking Mahershala Ali as Blade.
No, they kind of just want to keep Daredevil and Punisher. They don't care about it.
So then the shows won't be canon because the shows are also canon to the Defenders.
I guess you could just say the Defenders didn't happen. I guess, but
so then the show won't happen though. How do you explain what happened in season 3?
All right, a building still fell on him.
He was just fighting a building and he was punching a building and it fell on him.
Who knows? Who knows? And then they really want to keep Kingpin too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, why? Like, if Marvel doesn't, if they reboot everything and we get a new Kingpin and a new Daredevil, that's fucking like you fucked up. Because everybody likes that show, and everybody agrees that like Vincent D'Onofrio is fantastic in that show. Charlie Cox is amazing in that show. John Bernthal is amazing in Daredevil, and like they just keep those shows. Why do we have to reboot them?
I don't know. They won't appear in Spider-Man. They can't.
That's fine.
They physically can't because they can't use any of the Daredevil people until 2020, November of 2020, which the Spider-Man movie would probably already be in filming at that point. Can't just add them in.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean they can fucking shoot something just like spend one day like before the movie comes out, just in their costumes and just film it. Like you can do it.
You could, but you'd have to sign Charlie Cox back.
Okay, quickly. Bring him back for a day and just be like, hey.
It's rumored though that we're getting a Black Widow 2 and Daredevil will be in that. So
what is a Black Widow 2 gonna be?
I think it's like
pre-Infinity War.
No, I think Black Widow is more of a passing of the torch to whatever that girl's name is, and she's gonna be Black.
Okay, I guess.
And
then, that makes sense because Daredevil and Black Widow have a thing.
And then I think this is fun news for you. So there was a leaked set photo of Black Widow. I think it's the post-credit scene. So
I don't want to know this.
it's do you want to who it was though? That's what I was going to tell you.
Like who's in the post-credit scene?
No, who the picture of. I don't know if it's the post-credit scene or not. I'm just saying I think that's what it is.
I mean, if this is a post-credit scene,
somebody's
in trouble.
I won't tell you.
Is it an important character?
It's someone who has appeared in other Marvel movies.
That makes sense. Fucking Obadiah Stane.
No.
Is it? Just tell me. I don't care. I'll probably forget about it.
William Hurt.
Oh, okay. That's not that big a deal.
It is if it's a post-credit scene.
That's not a big deal. He's a fucking general in the MCU.
You don't know the picture though. So.
Is it Red Hulk?
No.
Is he like mid transformation into like Red Hulk?
No, he's not like in a mocap. No.
Well, why does it matter? It's
I
William Hurt. If it's a post credit scene, like
my theory is the post credit scene is setting up Thunderbolts. My theory.
It could be. I mean, bringing him back in Civil War was setting up the Thunderbolts.
He's also an old ass man.
He is.
Low in this picture, they like made him older.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
It does if the movie ends in present day. So I don't know.
I mean, I guess, but this whole movie is supposed to be a prequel.
It is, but it doesn't mean like it'll end with her grave or something. Black Widow's grave. Who knows? I don't know.
That I hope they don't do that time stuff. That they like just if you commit to doing a prequel or don't do it at all.
I don't know.
Like don't go back and forth. Like have it start at the end of Endgame and then flash back to what. Like don't do that.
I just know that there's a set photo of William Hurt on the set of Black Widow. That's all I know.
I mean, that makes sense. He's the general.
Filming wrapped up a week ago, so this is pretty recent.
I hope he's Red Hulk.
I think it's setting up for Thunderbolts and Red Hulk. That's what I think.
I want to see him as Red Hulk. I want to see Professor Hulk fight Red Hulk.
Because they aged him up, so I think it's present day in this post-credit
scene. If it is a post-credit scene, that would be fine. Because they do that stuff in other post-credit scenes.
Yeah, I think it's present day. He has like a cane and shit. Like he's like old. So I'm thinking like... Okay. So I'm thinking like they use the Hulk serum as like he needs it to live type thing.
I guess he wasn't that old at the end of Endgame. Is this like even further in the future? Like Jesus.
I don't know. Maybe he's dying of cancer. Who knows? And he needs the Hulk thing.
That was also the plot of the Incredible Hulk, though. If you remember, that's fucking Tim Roth did that. He was like, "Oh, I'm old and I want to take the super soldier serum so I can fucking survive." Like it's the same thing. They're just doing that again. That's
I don't know. It's just my theory. I don't know if it's true. Who knows? Maybe William Hurt just showed up on set with a cane. He was like, I'm
an old man now.
I'm just here. I'm just checking out. I'm not even in the movie.
I'm just here.
I don't know. But that's possible post-credits.
It's possible.
And then I don't have any more like big news. I have some comic news for Marvel.
What is it?
They're releasing a new line of comics, which sound actually pretty fucking dope, to be honest. They're called Marvel's The End. I don't know if you've heard of this.
I haven't heard of this.
But it's basically old man, all these people. So they're making.
Oh, I think I've heard of this. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've heard about this.
They're making one for Captain America.
Okay.
Making one for Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Miles Morales, which that one sounds fucking.
That could be interesting. That could be fun.
That one sounds fun. Venom.
Old man Venom. What the hell?
Venom. Old man Venom.
Have a gray beard.
I've read a little bit on each one. Venom is like a post-apocalyptic world, and he's like the last living being or something.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't know. Captain Marvel and Deadpool.
Woman, Captain Marvel and Deadpool. Old man Deadpool.
Yeah,
that could be fun.
Yeah.
How does that work? Deadpool doesn't age.
I don't know how it works.
He's gonna look like a zombie either way, so it doesn't really matter.
The Miles Morales one is really interesting.
That could be fun. Let's take him from a 12-year-old to like an 80-year-old.
Yeah, you never really see him as like an older person. He's always kind of a kid. So I'd really like
to be neat.
I could really see that being interesting. And then my last piece of Marvel news. Did you see what Martin Scorsese has said about the MCU?
Yes, I had this in the thing. He made the statement kind of just about comic book movies in general, but I think he was specifically kind of targeting Marvel because they're the big dogs right now.
I think somebody was questioning him and they asked about the MCU in specific.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think that's how he came about saying this.
Yeah, basically, if you don't know, whoever's watching this, Martin Scorsese, in some interview, I don't know what the fuck they were talking about, but he said that comic book movies aren't real cinema because they don't make you feel specific emotions or they're not thought-provoking or whatever. I totally disagree with that. I think that, they're not movies that are like super emotional and thought-provoking, but not every movie needs to be that. Sometimes movies can just be fun, goofy nonsense.
Like, has he seen Guardians of the Galaxy? That's extremely emotional movie.
It's emotional. I mean, I don't think he's seen a lot of them. I mean, if you look at stuff like Logan or even stuff like Joker, you can tell really emotional, thought-provoking stuff in a comic book movie. I think, and also we have to remember he's from a different time when comic book movies were kind of like a joke. He's comic book movies as they are now is kind of a new thing. Like everybody wants to be in comic book movies. They're the big thing now. They're like the new Westerns where they're just fucking everywhere now. But back then in his time when he was like in his prime making movies and stuff, they were like, if you did a comic book movie, your career was like dead. Like, so he probably hasn't seen a whole lot of new ones and he's probably just talking out of his ass. Like it doesn't
I have the quote that he said, if you want me to read it.
What's the quote?
He said he starts with "I don't see them," so it goes on your thing saying he doesn't watch them. He said, "I tried, but that's not cinema. Honestly, the closest I can think of them as well made as they are, with the actors doing the best that they can under the circumstances, is theme parks." So he compared them to theme parks.
I mean, I see what he's saying. Like they are just kind of fun, extravagant like rides we go on. But how is, something like Taxi Driver, one of his own films, and something like, Logan, how are they any different? Just because one is about a guy with claws that come out of his hands and the other is just about a guy. Like it's still part of what makes cinema is the fact that you can tell these fantastical stories about these fantastical people and totally believe it and be into the story. That's the fun of movie making, is you can do stuff that isn't in reality. It's meant to be escapism, and say what you will about the MCU. I have my own problems with it, but they're fun. Who gives a shit?
And I think Logan is one of those movies, like, it'd be a good movie in general, but it just happens to have superheroes.
Yeah. I think Kevin Smith, when he was talking about Logan, he was like, if you took away Wolverine's claws and just gave him guns, it would work exactly the same because it's just a solid like Western. So it's like the fact that he has powers in that movie is kind of inconsequential. Like it doesn't really matter. It's just a good movie. But I don't know. People like there was a couple other people recently who have like said shit about comic book movies and everybody jumped on him. I'm like, I'm sure I don't know if he's like paraphrasing and it just came out wrong or what, but if he doesn't like him, that's fine. He doesn't have to. He can continue to make his, gangster movies or whatever. That's fine. Comic book movies aren't for everyone, but to say they're not real cinema is a little silly.
I was gonna say the rest of his quote is it isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotion, psychological experiences to another human being. So,
I mean, for the most part, that's right, but not every movie is that. Not every movie he's made is that. So, I mean,
I don't know. He's like acting like he's like some sort of masterpiece maker.
I mean, he is.
But it's not like every single one of his movies relate to everyone.
Yeah. I mean, superhero movies and comic book movies to me are kind of like Indiana Jones in a way, where they're just like Indiana Jones isn't the deepest thing in the world. It's literally just, hey, watch Harrison Ford punch Nazis and just go on this adventure and just have fun. And that's kind of what superhero movies are. That's kind of what the Marvel movies are. They're just, hey, just have fun. Just enjoy this. Just have fun for 2 hours. Just watch Iron Man punch robots for 2 hours. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's like saying, are comic books not books because they have pictures and they're meant for kids? Like, no, it's still a legitimate, medium. It's just a different type of medium.
And then Josh Whedon and James Gunn commented on it. Do you want to hear their comments?
What do they say?
Josh Whedon said, if people don't know, Josh Whedon directed the first 2 Avengers movies.
Yeah.
I first think of James Gunn, how his heart and guts are packed into Guardians of the Galaxy. And he says, I revere Marty and I do see his point, but there's a reason why I'm always angry, is what he said.
That's fun. James Gunn said that?
No, that was
Josh Whedon. What did James Gunn say?
James Gunn said, Martin Scorsese is one of my 5 favorite living filmmakers. I was outraged when people picketed The Last Temptation of Christ without having seen the film. I'm saddened that he is now judging my films in the same way.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a point there. But again, I mean, even if Martin Scorsese says that, it's still his opinion. Like, it doesn't matter. That's like me saying that, like, Hobbs and Shaw is just, like, meaningless noise. It is, but that's my opinion. I'm sure somebody else would watch that movie and go, this is a fun fucking movie.
You actually saw the movie, though. I think more people are mad about he's making these comments and he's not seen them.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to happen. That happens all the time. People talk shit about, like, my brother talks shit about comic book movies. He's only seen, like, 2. So, I mean, that's going to happen. But I think the only thing that is important in this situation is just to like what you want to like. Who gives a shit?
James Gunn did go on to say that he's still excited for The Irishman.
I am too. The Irishman looks fucking awesome. It's a little too long, but it looks awesome.
But yeah, that's all the Marvel news I got. You got anything else?
That's all the stuff I got.
I do agree with you with Martin Scorsese can have whatever opinion he wants, but
yeah,
if you're going to make an opinion like that, just be prepared for the punch back that you're.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he also doesn't give a fuck. He's been in the industry longer than we've been alive. Like, I'm sure he's heard it all probably.
I probably, but the MCU has a very big fan base, and he probably pissed off a lot of people by saying
very passionate fan base too.
Yeah, so you never know.
But I mean, I would also say that comic book movies, they're not like a staple of cinema, but they've been around a long time. Like even pre-MCU, like Superman was from like the 70s. It was like 72, I think, is when the original Superman came out. And of course, if you go even further back, those old serials from like the 40s and 50s of like Batman and Superman and Shazam and stuff, they've always been kind of a part of cinema in some kind of way. Whether they've all been good is a different thing, but that doesn't matter.
Didn't they make like a Captain America movie back in?
Yeah, they made like a couple of Captain America TV movies. There was one in the 90s. They're like superhero movies have always been around. And I think now that they're everywhere, and especially with Marvel just making one, making like 4 or 5 every year, and they dominate the box office now, it makes them kind of a target. And people just kind of miss the days of just like, can we just like get a movie? Like, can we just have like a movie? So it makes Marvel kind of an easy target because they're the big dogs now, and everyone wants to be like them, and everyone wants to be in those movies, and they're making bank and everything. So it's just, I think in maybe like 10 years when the whole superhero thing dies down, I think nobody will like give a shit. I think superhero movies are movies.
Do you think Marvel's peaked already? Do you think Phase 3 was their peak and they're going back down?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen anything after.
But like
Phase
on your
3.
prediction, what do you think?
I keep saying they should have ended with like Endgame or something because the movie was marketed as like the ending. So it should be the fucking end of the fucking whole series. But I really don't see how you can get bigger than Endgame. Because even if you do like a Secret Wars movie or whatever, Captain America's not going to be in that. Iron Man's probably not going to be in that. Like all of the Avengers in Endgame aren't going to be in the new movie. So you're not going to be able to go that much bigger. And if you do, is it going to have the same impact and have the same emotional weight that Endgame had? I don't know. You know, are people still going to care 10 years from now? Or are people still going to care about comic book movies the way that we have the last 10 years or so? And these new characters that are coming out, are people going to even like them?
It's true. We don't know if Fantastic Four movie will be good. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know if Shang-Chi will be good.
Yeah, we
it
don't know
suck.
if X-Men will be good. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know a lot of this stuff because we're just going off the fact that most Marvel movies are good, but you never know. They could make a bomb.
Yeah.
Make a bomb eventually.
And I think at some point the superhero genre is going, it's gonna die at some point. It's the same thing with Westerns. Westerns were like the big thing for like 30 something years and then they just died. So this, like right now, Marvel's in a good spot, but eventually it's gonna stop. And they're gonna have to figure out some kind of way to end it.
I think they will end it eventually. I hope they get.
Yeah, they have to. There's no way they're gonna go on forever.
I hope they get to a point though to where they can end it on their own terms and they don't just like abruptly end it.
I mean, they could have though with Endgame, because that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of, them ending like a lot of TV shows end, because the MCU for the most part is kind of a TV series at this point.
The most expensive TV show ever made, basically.
Pretty much. Where you get like 2 seasons of a show and then the second season ends on this cliffhanger, then the show gets canceled. And it's like, all right, well, it doesn't have an ending then, so what's the point? They could have ended it with Endgame. They made the decision to keep going.
And if you want, you can think of Endgame as being the end.
But it's not.
But if Phase 4 sucks, you can just be like, okay, anything after Endgame doesn't matter.
Well, to me, if we're going off of that, then Infinity War is the end, because I think Infinity War has a better ending than Endgame does, personally.
Endgame is directly tied into Infinity War, though.
You could end it with Infinity War.
You could, but it's kind of like dark.
But it's the same. It's exactly what I just said. Like, it's not the end, but if I want it to be the end, it's the end.
I guess you can make it. You can make Iron Man the end for all you care.
Okay, yeah, just make a movie.
I don't know. I'm excited for Phase 4, so we'll see.
I'm excited for it too. A lot of these movies seem really interesting. I just think Marvel needs to do something different, in order to keep people interested, because they've been kind of doing pretty much the same thing for the last decade. They've sort of started to kind of do stuff a little bit different, like with Thanos and stuff, but they need to start doing like, maybe not Joker level stuff, but they need to start definitely like doing different
I
stuff.
think they've been doing different. Civil War felt like a different movie when it came out compared to the rest of the MCU.
I mean, it's just another Avengers movie.
Thor Ragnarok is a different movie from the rest of the MCU.
Comedy wise, probably, but the same plot and like structure of it is exactly the same as like Iron Man. Like, there's a good guy, there's a bad guy. They fight, they do stuff, like do like some weird like out there movie that's just like totally different. That's just about a guy doing a thing.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see.
We'll see.
5 years from now, we'll see.
We shall see.
I mean, I guess Phase 4 is only planned 3 years from now, so we'll see 3 years from now.
Yeah, they'll announce more movies from Phase 3 at some point.
Probably. All right, well, I think that's it, because we're going to talk about the Joker on a new series that we're starting.
Yes, I don't know exactly what the series is going to be called, but fuck it, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, so if you want to hear us talk about the Joker, you can listen to that.
Yes, I'll put a link in the description.
The podcast will now become more of a news-based and less of a review-based. So,
because I have a lot to say about the Joker, and I don't want it to take up another hour of this podcast.
So that's the end of whatever this is.
This has been the whatever episode of the Real Duo podcast. I still don't have an outro.
Fun fact of the day.
Fun fact of the day. Dogs are assholes.
Dogs have assholes. It's a fact.
They do. Pretty much everything on Earth has an asshole.
There's a book about that. Everything poops.
Oh, I thought you were saying there's a book called Dogs Have Assholes.
Might be.
We should write that book.
Why?
Because it's not a book. We should write it.
And then what's it gonna say? Just dogs have assholes.
Dogs have assholes.
On 5 different pages.
No, it's like one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. We on every page we just say like, oh, a fish has an asshole, a bird has an asshole. You know, just every page is just like a different animal.
Worms don't have assholes.
I'm sure they do. It's just like microscopic. They have to poop somehow. Everything poops.
It comes out like sweat. Like it just comes out of there.
That's how we're ending it.
Yeah, right there.